calendar has been circled for this one for quite some time. Throughout the offseason, anticipation for an early-in-the-year top-5 clash. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the LSU Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Miami's head coach told me before the game he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Wingo. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for room. It's Pringle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. It's complete on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Looking for space. It's Pringle. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on 4th.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Durham. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Iamaleava. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is.
Maybe a crease. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
You got to love that third down, man. Third and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on third and short, getting that next set of downs.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. That's caught. It's Durham. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
The Tigers are marching down the field. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then, off the left upright and through. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Oh, he's got a chance. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort.
He lost one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Throws it deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava working that left side now. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Hands it off on the counter. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Sets up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Pringle. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Guys, LSU has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The play-action fake. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
That's a miss as an OC. He's coming to the sidelines and listen, that's not a great throw. We got to take something off of it. But we also can't miss inside. So it's a tough dynamic when you're throwing that out route. But either way, quarterback, wide receiver, they have to do a better job being on the same page.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He's open on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mensah. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that.
Makes the grab and room to run. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Really, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Pringle. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Give to the running back. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Here's Mensah to throw. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. And they stop him short. Complete the pass, but no 1st down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs.
Maybe some room here. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the 2nd level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction that he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen.
Makes the grab on the big throw. He's at the 10, and he scores! Touchdown, LSU!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this genius at running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Mensah rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got it in the middle. It's Moore. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Durham. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. That's caught, it's Durham. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Iamaleava skips away from pressure. Hauls it in. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Tigers racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's loose. He's at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The give to Caden Durham. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. strides to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Throwing, Imaliava. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Wingo. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And what a catch! A diving grab down the right side. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Throwing, Mensah. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that's a good sign for this defense, man. In the first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together, and they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the third downs, nice job coming up big on a third down, forcing the 4th down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. And it's the Razorbacks, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here's Imaliava to throw. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Quarterback Keith. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. He wants to take the top off. No, it's picked off. Not the second-half start they'd hoped for. Looking for more room.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to get it in. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll start on the ground with Clef Bothwell. Just ran over it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Clef Bothwell again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Iamaleava. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue.
Caught, and he's got room. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Really nice nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's Wingo. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here's Mensah to throw. Looking down the middle with the catch. It's Lofton. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Racing to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's a give to Durham. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it straight at the 15. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I don't think you can out-throw this guy. I mean, just throw it as deep as you possibly can, Palmer. I don't think he had the arm for this guy because that dude can fly. Just throw it up down the field like he does right there, and he just goes and gets it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't have to overthink it, right, David? Just let your fastest guy run in a straight line, run by everybody, and make a big play down the field. That was just an easy fly route for the fastest player on the field, and, man, he makes the defense pay.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Mensah. Complete out left to Wilson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Snags it, there's running room. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with the 1st and goal.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Throwing, Imaliava. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And all that matters is he got the 1st down. It doesn't matter how. Do I love those plays on short yardage type situations? I don't necessarily, but they fooled the defense enough, and the reverse works, and he gets the 1st down.
Uncorks one to the middle. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Line getting set on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Pringle. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. Running the red zone, it's Pringle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Running inside, it's Pringle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hurricane! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Durham. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Might be calling a hot route. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hard on the left side by Wilson. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Handoff, Caden Durham. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. So Miami signals for a timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Mensah. Got a man. It's Pringle. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Here's Mensah to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
And this defense is doing exactly what I would do. Like, bring in more DBs, like rush the passer and play the pass. So how is this offense going to take advantage, make some plays, because they've got to do it now.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Mensah throws to the wideout. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback